consistently.
All right, so we are about to tip off once again and get this thing started in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get into it. $250,000 on the line. Live from New Orleans. Team Throwdown versus Team Still Trill.
There we go.
And Still Trill has control of the ball off the tip, Scott. And they're going to come
three
down
by
and shoot
Kenny
an
got
early
work.
three. No good. Of course, Still Trill wearing those white jerseys and Team Throwdown in the black. And here's another wide open three from the corner. That's good. So a 3-0 lead for Still Trill.
Still, Throwdown did not leave. Kenny got work, Chris. 19 and a half a game. He had one game in this tournament where he hit 12.
Yes,
gotta have a scouting report.
Of course, that three ball is so important in this tournament as a mid-range shot there by Dev Goss. And that's a point guard who's aggressive, Scott.
Yes, he is. That Steph Curry type getting into the middle of the floor. Watch out for him. He's an aggressive shooting point guard, Chris.
Absolutely. Not only setting up teammates, but he will take his team to the promised land. And right now it's a 3-2 lead for Still Trill. They're passing the ball up at the top, and here comes Dimes, one of the best players in this tournament, Scott.
This is a great team. I like what they're doing right now. 2-3 extended, really paying attention to Dimes. Contested shot. Well, they got to be one and done. Now they're running.
They're out as Dev Goss is over there in the corner. He throws the ball back up top to Kid Lit. And let's see them on the reset. Looks like they're going to run a high screen and roll here, Scott. How important is that screen and roll?
Dev Goss again. Chris, something you have to watch out for with Throwdown is they like to run that weave action. For those at home, the weave is like a dribble handoff. You're going from one wing to the other. They get going, then they run that ball screen in.
Why this guy is so happy? I'm about to slap this motherfucker, bro.
Right,
calm down.
Team, so we have a 5-3 lead for Team Throwdown. Scott, what's some of the things you're seeing about the tempo?
Calm down, kid.
Right now, I like
it's not over yet, bitch.
In their possession, they got to focus on Dimes. If you let somebody else in that lineup beat you with 20 or it has 15 anybody else than Dimes, I can tip my cap and be happy with that. So that's their focus right now.
And what was it about Dimes that allowed him to be so dominating in this tournament to get to this point?
The high screen and roll. Again, both teams are very similar. You're going to see a lot of high screen and roll. The weave action, I like that. I like the Throwdown and mix it up.
And for Still Trill, Scott, how important is Dev Goss getting hot early?
Dev Goss is averaging 18, Chris. He's huge. This is almost like par for the course from him. Can he have a big game and extend it past 18? That's the question, is where does this go? And then how does he get everybody else involved? That's the job of a point guard. You got to make sure you're understanding tempo and score.
And of course, you're seeing the teams right there. Their avatars on the board, and we're going to get this counted down right now. In 10 seconds, we're going to resume action. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's resume.
I like the communication right now early. I need to see more life out of Still Trill. The game is still early. You're only down 2.
So here comes Dimes, and he's going to take the screen right there, Scott. Corner three, back to Dimes. Dimes is going to shoot that. No good, but a foul over the back call. Still Trill ball.
Yo, come on, man.
So let's see what kind of offensive sets they're going to run early on in this game. You can see them pressuring Dimes, Scott, to your point, not allowing him to be himself.
That's the way to make him pay. That's a good look, though. Chris, that's a good look. You got to say, if you're in the huddle of Still Trill, that's where you want to go. Dive that guy in the middle. The weakness of a 2-3 zone is that high post.
And of
Throw
course,
it in.
Dimes throwing it down to the center, who's not able to convert on that jam, but they're going to run back on defense right here to stop Team Throwdown, who has a 2-point lead early on.
That ball screen is going to be tough.
So they're going over to the corner, and they find a wide-open Insanity who decides to pull it out. A little surprising there, but here comes Kid Lit, and throws it down with one hand.
Getting on the board, that's good for them. He's only averaging 9.5 on the tournament. Getting him going early is important.
7-3 Team Throwdown, and they're going to whip it back into the corner, and they love that three-point shot, Scott, but they're not able to convert there.
Timely Cook, that's who they want to take those shots.
And we talked about that size advantage as Let's
ball up. Good timeout.
Throws up two. So that size advantage showing through right here.
Yes.
The ability to rebound, Scott, how important is that?
They got to keep them one and done. That's important for Throwdown. They talked about that when we met with them earlier in the week.
So
That's
here
an early
comes a
one.
three
And it
from
hits.
Still Trill, and that's what they do so dangerous from behind the arc. Is Still Trill, 9-6.
Kenny
Team
got work,
throwdown.
has got all 6. You got to know your scouting report. If there's one shooter you can't leave, it's Kenny.
And they're going back inside.
Oh,
And he steps out of bounds, but he's having a lot of space down there to operate, Scott.
Yes, if you're throwdown, you're happy with the quality of shots, and you're happy right now with the tempo that you're getting. Nothing wrong with that.
And you can see Still Trill right there. Fired up
On
in
the
this
lane.
tournament as Dimes comes down and throws down a one-hand jam of his own.
That's Dimes. That's that 2-3 zone. You got to be able to stop the ball. I like what they did early. Didn't have so much success right there.
Dimes should have been a doctor because he will dissect you and your defense.
Lob.
And there's a lob down low, and let's ball up. Opts in to throw it back out. They're trying to get that
What the
three-point
fuck is
shot.
that thing you are,
These teams
nigga?
like to shoot a lot of threes.
Oh, yeah, you're going to see a lot of threes. These teams are about in the top 5 when it comes to three-point attempts. No doubt about it.
And a blocking foul call.
I guard this. I guard
As
this.
you see Sums. And here's, of course, the most talked about player in this tournament, Dimes. Let's check out his perspective right here. Of course, playing on that 2K view, you can see the whole entire floor. So when you come into NBA 2K and see that broadcast view, very much mirrors what you see on the real NBA broadcast. But of course, players like to see that whole floor, see all the spacing, Scott.
Yes, it's a very popular can't reveal that a lot of our mic player guys are using.
And of course, when you're the point guard, you
Good
are the
defense.
quarterback. So you can see Dimes trying to control the tempo for his team and get everybody involved as he's calling for a pick and roll there. So you can see what their strategy is, and the communication so important when it's a 5-on-5 gameplay.
Yeah,
Scott.
that's a great call, Chris. Dev with great D right there. Basically took on 2 guys. It's a good foul. They just need to get a stop here.
And here comes the Toxie, but Team
we're
Throwdown opts to foul, and now they are out of foul, Scott.
In the bonus, and for you guys there at home, these teams do not shoot a lot of free throws. Again, for round 1, a lot of outside shooting. Spread them out, high pick and roll, maybe getting rolls to dunks. That's really what these teams do.
And of course, Team Throwdown be the #1 team in the world to get
Oh,
here
God,
tonight.
bro.
Tied it up with a huge corner 3.
They were down 10 with 2:40 to go, Chris.
Top notch in overtime.
Oh, he's going window, Chris.
Dev Goss calls bank, and now they have a 4-point lead here over Still Trill. But Still
Oh.
Trill tries to answer back with a bank
Scissor.
shot 3 of his own.
I've never
Shit,
seen back-to-back
okay.
banks ever.
Windows all day.
Wow.
The bank is open.
Get him some life. Big shot, Moody. Got it. They gotta watch out for him.
Absolutely. So you can see the ball movement, and there's another 3 up top from TD
TD.
Insanity. And these 3-pointers are absolute insanity as both teams hitting from a high clip, Scott.
Yes, and TD shoots less than 2 a game. I like the way they're running with that dive, man. TD. Oh, nice play.
So a great pass from Dimes. Once again, not only can Dimes score, but he can find his teammates. And let's take a look at Dev Goss on Team Throwdown in the blue there. Of course, Team Throwdown in the game. One of those black uniforms, Still Trill. Wearing the white.
Just go baseline and I got it. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Let's listen in.
Just switch it real quick. Hey, no, take your time. We're going to be fine in that. Just switch it. There we go, Chuck. That's green. Hey, come on, move. Come on.
I like the communication right now, Chris. We're seeing with throwdown. I like this a lot. Good communication, but the foul on the other end, that does not help. I think that's what they're discussing right now.
No, listen, just play the 3-2. We're good. Just play the 3-2.
They're talking about going to a 3-2 zone. Chris, 1 guy up the top, 2 on the wings, and then putting both guys down on the low post.
Last year in the championship, we saw the Druckerbacher make all the adjustments. You're seeing both teams tonight make adjustments on the fly, Scott. How important is that?
Oh, it's going to be huge. How much they're going to switch defenders, too. That's the thing, is who's going to end up guarding Dev Goss, who's guarding Dimes. Are they changing it up?
So about 15 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Good
a lot
action.
of passing. Swazork out to Detoxes, who
Oh,
draws a
shooting
foul.
free throws again.
So Still Trill on the line. The chance to tie or take the lead here.
One of
for
these
the free
teams,
throw
I
line.
know Nerves is getting there. This is the first time that they've been here, all 5 playing together. Communication definitely plays a part. But when you're talking 5-minute quarters, Chris, you don't want to be giving up 20-point quarters. Okay, that's roughly 8.
Yeah, bro, Babylon.
That's way too high.
So it's Still Trill with a 1-point lead with 8 seconds left in this first quarter. Let's see how they manage the clock here.
Throwdown's got a hold for the last
Here
shot.
comes Dev Goss, and he is not shy to pull that, but he opts into throwing it down to Let's Ball Up, who gets a dunk right before the buzzer.
This game is
2019
fake,
Team
man.
Throwdown. And there it is, a big basket after the first quarter. So
Good patience.
Just like that.
Yes, Chris, good patience there by Dev Goss. Right there, take it. He wanted to shoot the 3 off of the screen. He got the dive, got a layup, got some momentum going into the second quarter. I like the huddling up here too, by the way.
Team Throwdown communicating. You can see Still Trill talking to each other. Again,
Yo, y'all niggas
communication is
fat,
key
bro.
when it's a
We got
5-on-5
5
game
swarm
plan.
day,
You're
my
accountable
nigga.
if you mess
Shit.
up. You're accountable if you leave your man open. You're accountable if you're the hole in the defense. And of course, the point
Chris,
guard is your leader as we
yes,
take a look at it. Dev
he's
Goss.
absolutely your leader, Chris. He's the floor general. He's the guy, the one voice that we've talked about all year that needs to be leading this group. Really, it could be anybody, but usually it's the point guard.
And let's take a look at the stats from the first quarter, Scott. What stands out to you?
Right now, when you look at it, Dev Goss is 3 of 3. Okay, then you look at Dimes. They've got him holding them to only 2 points in a quarter. That's something that we haven't seen thus far. That guy's got off to some amazing starts. And if you throw down, hey, they're a confident group, right? But I mean, still, Trill's got an average margin of victory of 17 in this tournament, really unheard of. And their confidence is at an all-time high
All
right now.
right.
You gotta like that.
And we're about to tip this thing off once again in the second quarter. 10 seconds, everybody. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's resume action. Here comes the second quarter.
And they get the ball back. That's another thing.
So Team Throwdown in the black uniforms. Of course, we're live from New Orleans. $250,000 on the line in this championship game, Scott.
Oh, they left Dev open.
And here's Dev Goss, his first miss of the night, Scott.
You
So
won't see many of those.
here comes Still Trill. They get a lucky bounce over to the corner.
Something else that we should note, Chris, in that first quarter, and they just did it. About what I was going to say is, still Trill did a very good job of managing those timeouts. Again, in this game, no difference in real life. These players, the hotter they get, their rhythm and their confidence starts to grow.
And of course, both teams had one tough road to get here tonight, but they have one thing standing in their way, and that's each other.
We haven't seen Still Trill play from behind, Chris, at all. So this is going to be interesting to see how they respond.
And here comes Dimes absolutely dancing and waltzing his way into the lane for a one-hand jam, and that's something we saw from Dimes this entire tournament.
This entire tournament, the throwdown is making them work, but that was a great play by Dimes. Get in there, try to post up, slip off of it, get the dunk.
So here comes Dev Goss. His team now trailing by 1, but he gets the
Let's
ball
ball
into
up, Chris. Does everything for him. 17 and a half, 5 assists, 5 boards.
All the way.
And how important is it going to be for that front court to kind of be there down low and attacking Still Trill?
It's got to be better than what it is right now. There's too many layups at the rim.
And
Good
Kid
foul by
Lit
Still Trill.
lights up the opposing player on the
Oh,
screen.
good foul.
It's a good foul. I'm not a huge fan of pressuring in the backcourt, but that's what Still Trill has done, because then you're playing the numbers game if you miss.
Of course, Still Trill in those white uniforms. Team Throwdown in the black uniforms. Both teams competing here for $250,000 live from New Orleans. Here comes Moody down the lane. Doesn't get it. Gets his own rebound. Gets stripped. Still Trill ball. So that's one thing that's dangerous when you're a big, is having those small guards come in there and swipe down at the ball.
Absolutely. The nerves, I think, are starting to finally go away a little bit, Chris. You're seeing these teams hone down on defense, contain the basketball.
One thing we're also seeing, Scott, is these teams are taking each other out of their comfort zone.
Yo, they got 3
3
timeouts, my nigga.
in this championship.
Absolutely. They're managing Dimes right now, and if you're still
You got 3
Trill,
timeouts.
continue to
I'll
keep
take this,
going.
yo. Oh, hell
Play your
no.
game.
And make no mistake about it, you can see the intensity on all these competitors' faces as Dimes comes down here, trying to read the defense, but he decides to drop step.
Nice.
What a dunk by Dimes right there.
That's Dimes. He's got 6 on the board right now.
And coming the other way is Dev Goss. No stranger to shooting, but big
that's
shot.
contested.
Moody throws it up. A contested shot. Kid Lit able to get the rebound and the foul on the putback. So 2 free throws coming down for Team Throwdown.
Both teams doing a better job of throwing these guys off of the 3, Chris.
Yo,
You can see
the S-Bug, they
look on the
scared of me,
faces of these
man.
players. This is where all the chips are.
Yo.
It is all on the line. Live from New Orleans, $250K going to the
Lit.
winning team.
Kid Lit's got 7, averaging 9 on the tournament. He does average, Chris, 2.5 blocks, so he's got to get it going defensively for that. There it is, another rim run.
Maybe a little bit of overpassing, Scott. We talked about it when the nerves set in. Sometimes you make some ill-advised passing.
Absolutely, and this is where we talked about Last week, Chris, when they beat Top Notch only turned it over 2 times per game. They turned them over 13 times. So Throwdown does have the ability to do that.
So again, you can see the look on these competitors. We're live from New Orleans. And this is where it all goes down in the championship game.
Hey, calm down.
All right, so 10 seconds, and we will resume this right now. 10.
Oh, we got a beef. We got a beef.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's pick it up. So you can hear those competitors talking. A lot of communication for both these teams early on.
Don't be surprised if they screen for the inbounder here. They went to it, didn't get it. That's a shot that ended up tying the game.
So they throw it down inside. Kidlit gets the foul going up. And once again, we talked about that size differential for Throwdown. Why is that such an advantage, Scott, right here in the early going?
Well, Kidlit built this guy 7'3", Chris. And they're huge on this front line. Again, that front court, you're looking at 6'10", 7'1", and 7'3".
And that size is definitely giving Throwdown a little bit of an advantage here as they have a 1-point lead mid-second quarter.
1-point lead. This is great for Throwdown. If you're still Trill, you're happy as well because Dimes really hasn't gotten off yet.
Absolutely, but he's surveying the floor, and that's the thing that makes him so good as he pulls in the double team. A pass to the corner for 3, no good.
Trash ass nigga, whoa!
Timely Cook, he's a lockdown defender. That's the way to know your scouting report.
And a little bit of overpassing there from
Jump
Team
pass,
Throwdown.
it doesn't have a very high
here
percentage.
comes Dimes, and when he has the ball in his hands, that could be dangerous for the opponent.
Got to take advantage of those fast break opportunities, Chris.
He's going to look and survey, comes around the screen. You can see them throwing the double team.
Smart play.
Ball back in Dimes' hands.
A lot of give and go here, Chris. Watch, you'll see Dimes give it up. Oh, you can't leave the basketball. #1 rule when playing defense, Chris, you cannot leave the basketball.
All right, so we're going to check out a player perspective here as this thing continues on.
Still Trill, Chris, coming in the tournament at 85 a game. High pace.
And you can see the defense hounding each other. Nothing is going to be...
How you miss an open spot up? What the fuck just happened?
So again, you can see the look on these
69, 68%. I wonder if he's having some second guessing some of those shots.
And right now, Kidlit getting to the line once again. It's a great strategy. They have the size advantage, Scott. They're dumping the ball down to Kidlit, and he's getting lit from the line.
You're right. He's already over his average. We saw this last year, if you remember, with Styles and the Drucker blockers.
So here comes Dimes once again.
Nice
Throws
pass.
it down to a cutting Swizerk, who's not able to convert on that two-hand jam. So that's the second missed dunk that they've had tonight, but he'll be going to the free throw line.
It was contested. That's the important thing. Still too many easy looks, especially with these cutters diving. If I'm Throwdown, they gotta get in the huddle and talk about that for sure.
And Swizerk hits his second free throw. Still Trill takes a 29-28 lead.
Yep, Swizerk averaging 8 points on the tournament. Very solid player.
Y'all niggas ugly as fuck.
Still right
Like,
there from Dimes.
that dude's face
player
like.
icon.
Nice, good vision there by Dimes. Good, get it up initially, look for that rim runner, get the easy 2.
You can see that grand badge lighting up. Explain to the people at home what a grand badge is.
Chris, we got a minute to go. This is going to be a big minute right now for both teams. How do they close them out? Closing out quarters, Throwdown did pretty well. Can still Trill hold on. Oh, they left maybe the best shooter. Oh.
Not able to hit that
Again,
three.
Chris, when I talk about rhythm and momentum, he hasn't had a layup. He hasn't gotten any easy shots.
We got a beef.
Tougher hitting that
We got
shot
a
coming
beef.
off the screen.
You can see the communication right there on Still Trill. Every possession matters.
These guys all look like they're dialed in, shaking in. Maybe it's some past
Every
layups.
time, let's keep being.
They can't make
hey,
a mistake
man.
here.
Hey.
All possessions are just so crucial.
Absolutely, and to get to this point, you have a lot of communication between these teams, a lot of adjustments on the fly early on.
What happens when both of these teams are 4 around 1 really.
Fuck, man. shit trash.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's resume. So a 3-point lead for Still Trill as they inbound the ball to Dimes.
Got anywhere from about 3 to 4 possessions here, Chris, depending on how fast they're playing. Oh, caught Kid.
Let's go, nigga!
And you cannot leave anybody open in this game. They can all shoot the 3 ball as Timely Cook cooks up a 3 of his own right there from the corner.
Absolutely, just as we talked about it, Chris. Can they get him going? And they did right there.
So now it's team throwdown. They're going to opt to go into their center, back up top. There's TD Insanity.
Still Trill looks like they found their rhythm here defensively, Chris.
Let's ball
contesting
up.
all shots.
Throws a layup up, not able to get it. And he's going to get
Steal.
stripped underneath, throw down ball.
Throwdown desperately needs to score here, Chris. Desperately needs to score.
This is a big possession with 39 seconds remaining until halftime.
Oh, that's a questionable shot right there. Maybe going 2 for 1.
They are able to get the rebound, but they throw a bad pass up top, picked off by Still Trill. And let's see what they do here. So here's
Still Trill staying to what they've done all year, Chris. Oh, is that a foul? And looks like they're going to be shooting. Big momentum swing in favor of Still Trill. They're really active in the passing lanes. They're going to force you to back cut them, and they're doing a great job in turning them over.
And of course, Timely Cook is a lockdown defender. That means he's going to be a specialized defender type of player. Scott, and right there you see that red icon, that grand badge on the screen. What does it mean when the grand badge lights up for those that are watching?
Your skills are at a high right now, that you are essentially locked in, Chris, at the best of your abilities for what you are doing. No doubt, and that defender, look for the steals to essentially pick up. Look for him to get into the guys.
And of course, we have many modes, many fans. I'm sure fans of my team are going to be typing that code in right here, right now, for a little gift from NBA 2K to our My Team fans. So,
Love My Team.
of course, My Team, you can put the best players of any generation on a team, build your team out, and go and compete with the best of them.
Absolutely, we got an amazing group back in California working on that. So shout out to them.
Once again, we are live from New Orleans. $250,000 on the line. See Still Trill there in the left side. Team throwdown. Shot of their team right now.
Yep, looking a little down. Looking a little down. If
looking
you're Dev
down,
Goss, just
bro.
keep them going. Again, no lead is safe when you're playing against throwdown. Down 10 against the #1
Think
team
about it, boy,
in
ain't
the
looking too
world
happy,
with
bro.
2:40 to go. Then they were down
My nigga,
6
it's not you.
seconds to go, Chris.
My
They
boy,
still
that's
found
your
a way to
boy,
win.
my
Happened
nigga.
in the first
All
half.
right,
keep it up.
let's count down back to the action starting right now. 10, 9, 8,
What I told you, my nigga.
6,
Calm down,
5,
white boy.
4,
Calm
3,
down.
2, 1. Let's continue the remaining moments of the second quarter. The second free throw is up and good, Scott.
Ha, he not happy now, huh? That's what I thought. Let's go, nigga. Let's go. We got this. Let's go, nigga. Calm down, nigga. Hold your L,
Messing
nigga.
around with
What happened now? For boy?
Why is it fucking up on me, bro? I'm about to.
There's about just under 2
That's
seconds.
deep.
Shot clock
Big
difference,
shot.
but there's
Big
a
shot.
huge 3, as you mentioned, for Team
driving on the
Throwdown.
slot, throws a skip. All right, here you go. If you're Still Trill, hold for 1.
And let's see what Dimes does here. He's a magician with the ball. He's going to hold up near the top. He's going to take that high screen and roll. He's going to slash down into a Swazork, who cuts to the basket for a 2-point jam.
The bad communication on the weak side. You say, what is the weak side? If you split a line down the middle of the court, wherever the ball is on the strong side, the opposite side is the weak side.
4
Dive got
seconds
in.
remaining. Let's see what Dev Goss does here. He's going to do a crossover. He's going to pass it to the corner.
Oh.
He's going to get it to his teammate, but I don't think that
That
counts.
did not get off the time. Smart play there by Still Trill. Put 2 on the ball and force that pass.
37 to 31 at the end of this quarter. What are some of the stats that stand out to you, Scott?
Well, Detox has got 12. He's playing well. He's an average of 15 a game. You got Kid Lit with 11, so the bigs are playing much better than we expected. Getting a lot of layups. The 2-point guards that we focused on having slower starts, but still shooting at a decent percentage, obviously. Obviously 3 6, 50%. And you know, we're 3 of 4 for Dimes, so.
So, of course, you're seeing some of the stats right there on the screen. A fairly fast-paced game, a lot of defense in this game, Scott. You're seeing a lot of hounding defense.
Yes, there's a lot of hounding defense. These teams, again, play a similar style of ball. Still Trill, like we mentioned minutes ago, looks like they found their rhythm, Chris, especially defensively. Really active. They're getting some turnovers, getting some easy layups on the other end.
What are some of the themes that you saw in that first half? Is there anything that stands out to you that maybe is a little bit different from the road on how they got here?
Still Trill is not shooting the three. Still Trill about 75% roughly as a team. I mean, they're having games of 16 of 21, 12 of 15, stuff like that. They've shot it really well. So Throwdown has run them off. But to Still Trill's credit, they're taking what they give you. They're getting their stops on the defensive end. They've gone on those runs. And that's why they have the lead right now.
Let's check out a word from Dev Goss with Hannibal Buress standing by.
Hey, what's up? I'm here with Dev Goss. How you feeling right now?
You gonna cry, shoot?
You guys came out strong in the first, and you had the lead, and now
You
you're
gonna
down.
cry,
You need
nigga?
to change up.
Just make the right changes. We'll make it the second half and come out.
What adjustments you think about?
Defense. Got to get stops.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.
All right.
Yo, he looks so sad, bro.
So a word from Dev Goss there,
That's what I
Scott.
told you, Bo. He
What are
gonna
some of the
cry.
adjustments that Team Throwdown needs to make in the second half?
I would say on the weak side, all right, or for those at home that aren't as big into the X's and O's, it's just making sure that those cutters are not flying wide open to the basket. They got to be able to start that play inside
Why are you
out.
laughing,
I know
man?
they're
Yeah,
really
I
worried
told
about the
you.
three ball, and that's essentially why those are open. But there comes a time where they need to communicate who's taking where. There's been some misassignments that's equal dunks. And if not only that, if you're Throwdown, Chris, your journey has been unbelievable. Okay? Again, beating 4 of the top 20 in the world.
Absolutely. Let's check out Dimes standing by with Hannibal Buress.
All right, we're here with Dimes. You guys started a little slow, and now you took the lead. How you feeling right now?
We definitely need to play better defense. Got to play better defense. Got to get faster buckets, and we got to get these rebounds. We getting the stops, but we not getting the rebounds. We got to get this rebound. We get the rebounds, we take away. We win this game.
How's the team holding together?
We fine. We fine. We just communicate a little more on defense, and that's all it comes down to, defense.
All right, cool. Thanks a lot.
So, Scott, defense is on mind. How important is it to make those defensive adjustments and hold it down right now against Team Throwdown?
Chris, you've heard it before. Defense wins championships. If you want, it's tough to run if you're getting the ball out of the basket. Both of these teams want to run, therefore they got to get stops. If you're in the huddle, if I'm Dimes or I'm Dev Goss, you know what I'm telling my crew, Chris? We're 10 minutes away. That's it. You just lock in. 10 minutes away, take in intervals of maybe 2 to 3 minutes and lock in.
All right. Let's check out Hannibal Buress standing by.
All right. That was intense, man.
Let's do it again, bro.
That was very intense. I won't tell you who I gambled on.
Come on, man.
I'll keep it all to
Man,
myself.
a lot of people,
like
they
to
need
gamble.
to
I
be
go to the
fired,
casino
like-
sometimes.
Shit.
I like craps. You play craps? I like craps because you can bet against the person that's rolling the dice. It's the only casino game where you can be openly negative towards a stranger. You can say, I don't believe in him for $20. I don't believe in him. I don't like his hat. I don't like his vibe or the cut of his jib. I like blackjack too. If you played blackjack before, they say go buy the book to give yourself the best chance at winning at blackjack. That means certain things. Don't split 10s, double down on 11 if the dealer's showing a 3, these different rules. One of those rules is you're not supposed to hit on 17. But if I have 17 and the dealer's showing
Yo,
10,
he say I'm born like a bitch.
Dealer's down card is a 10, so I'm staying on 17 against theoretical 20. I'm going out like a bitch. That's not how I like to live. So
Yo, he
sometimes
can say that, bro.
I hit on 17. The situation came a pack table at 17, dealer showing 10. I was the last one to go before the dealer flipped. I said hit, and everybody at the table went crazy. No, oh no, he's on full tilt. No, even the dealer said, are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. Hit, hit. I'm hitting on 17. I busted out 27. Turns out dealer's down card was a 5. I took his 10. He would have busted out with 25. His next card was a 6. He got 21. Everybody lost. I took everybody down with me. Yeah. That's kamikaze blackjack right there. And you know, to be honest, it was way more fun than winning. It was only a $5 table. On to the next one. It's gambling, baby. We got all night. Drinks, drinks, drinks. Let's do this. All right, y'all. Let's get prepped for the second half. $250,000. $250,000 for playing video games in your parents' basement. This is amazing. Video games. I'm jealous of everybody here. Let's do it. $250,000. But you know what? You know what's tough? Somebody's gonna get $250,000, and then somebody's just got a trip to New Orleans, and that's it. They're just getting a T-shirt. It's gonna be just 5 sad dudes. We don't know who's gonna be sad later. Tune in. Either them or them, they're gonna be very disappointed. But that's sports and that's life. Everybody can't win. And somebody's gonna get $250,000. And one of them is gonna spend it horribly. They never had money before. They don't know what to do with that shit. Gonna buy a bunch of V-neck T-shirts. Who's gonna do it?
No threes.
All right. Second half. This gig is crazy. All right. I'll see y'all soon.
All right, so both our competitors are set up. Scott, what are some of the things you saw from both teams in the first half?
Throwdown is +6 on the boards. They're taking advantage of that front line. But they also have 6 turnovers compared to Still Trill's 1. So that's huge. And the fact is who's going to press? Is Throwdown going to start pressing now that they're down? Are they just going to continue just to fight and just slowly get back in this thing? Again, it's right there in front of us.
Let's go!
Absolutely. So let's get back into the action in 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And one more half of basketball left.
Yep.
To determine the winner in this 2K All-Star Championship game.
Something else that we need to pay attention to is Let's Ball Up, their slasher for Throwdown. Again, 17 points and 5 assists, but he's already got 3 turnovers. Does he continue to be aggressive and play with that, or is he thinking about the 3 turnovers?
And you see the halftime report here as these players are going to get set to continue the third quarter action.
Yep. This is kind of what we anticipated, Chris.
Absolutely.
Again, a close game.
Still Trill in the white uniforms, Team Throwdown in the black uniforms. You're, of course, joining us live. Thank you. From New Orleans for the 2K All-Star Championship. 10 minutes away from $250,000 or going home with your bags packed. So let's get into the action here. Kidlit throws a ill-advised pass up
Extra
top.
passing, little extra passing.
And here comes Still Trill. They throw it back to the trailing man. A three-point shot up and good. What a shot by Still Trill. You can see how fired up this team is right here.
That was huge. Swizzler dropping it from deep. That was a contested shot. I questioned it at first, Chris, but hey, it goes in. That's one of those of the coaches saying no, 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 yes.
Well, of course, Still Trill opting into that small ball style of basketball. And Dev Goss is not shy to hit one right back on him.
Still Trill's got to communicate when he's coming off screens. He's probably the best in the tournament when it comes to shooting off of them.
Still Trill 40, Team Throwdown 34.
First 3 of the game for Dimes.
Make that 43-34, so a commanding 9-point lead with 3:50 left. But Scott, let's not forget about what Throwdown did to the #1 team in the world. A unbelievable comeback.
Epic comeback.
Let's listen in.
That's cool. Get a good possession. Wait on your boy. Wait on your boy. Wait on. There we go. There you go.
Let's go, nigga.
That was huge. Again, Dimes is eventually going to get there. They're playing him on an island.
And this is the dangerous thing about Dimes. He can control the game just like that. A monster and one jam. He's going to take the free throw, and that's up and good.
Big play. Dimes now with 12 and 6.
Still Trill up 10, 46-36.
5 of 6 from the field is Dimes.
We got him where we want him, man.
And he says we got him where we want him, Scott. They're feeling good about themselves with a 10-point lead.
Let's get this stop.
I like what Still Trill's saying. No threes. This is how Throwdown got back. Actually, Throwdown continue to take the layups and hit that roll. Oh, let's ball up. That's the jumper there.
A nice mid-range jump shot right there. That mid-range, so important in this tournament. That's a shot that's going to be open in these zones, Scott.
Yeah, can Throwdown get some stops now. Again, when I talk about pressing, there you go. Dev Goss getting out of this containment.
Of course, we're checking it out from Dimes' point of view in that 2K view. That fans love so much.
Oh,
Really extended
wow.
that 2-3 zone.
Another three by Still Trill. They are lighting it up from behind the arc.
I don't care what we give up.
Kenny got
they
work.
can't-
He's hit 12 of
He
them. in
can't
the game.
stop this,
He can
bro.
shoot it.
But as we've seen so much in this tournament, even though it's an
That's crazy,
11-point
bro.
lead, Scott, no lead is safe tonight.
No lead is safe if you're throwing out. Just get this thing down to 5. You want to go into the corner and 5. You can't get this thing down. But they got to put some stops together.
Of course, you saw a shot of Team Throwdown there, down 9.
they're
Very
making-
focused. Oh,
It's a good foul.
and they fouled down low, so that's a good contest of the shot. They're going to send Still Trill to the line for 2.
Chris, when is Throwdown going to come out of this 2-3 zone? Because you're really putting DevGoss on an island. Because if Dimes goes over the middle, that means that back line post is going to have to show up. When he shows now that that cut is wide open, it's going to continue to be there.
Of course, a shot of Still Trill right there.
Hey, on these free throws, you don't release it early like on mine.
Something that we mentioned in the pregame too, Chris, is that Dimes see nothing but the 2-3 zone.
Bro, they're calling
So
late though.
Yeah, bro.
thinks that they can play
We're
better.
up and we're blocking it. Then if they
All right, let's resume action in 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's head to the free throw line with Still Trill.
Chris, Moody is yet to get on the board. They got to get him going.
Of course, Moody was the one that, in the championship game on the console, hit a game-tying three-pointer, send the game into overtime against the #1 team in the world, top-notch.
Major
Team Throwdown had an unconceivable comeback to win that game, so do not count them out of this quite yet.
Nope. You got Moody. You're always in the game, especially from the corners. But credit to Still Trill. They've done an outstanding job of knowing where he's at. No easy looks.
And Kenny got work. Well, Kenny got free throws. Gives Still Trill a 51-40 lead.
Block. Side out.
Timely Cook, as we mentioned, again, one of the best probably. The guys in the other ground saying he's the best lockdown defender that was in this tournament.
That's you, XDM.
So you can see the look of intensity on these players' faces as $250,000 is on the line. We're live from New Orleans here at the championship game.
Another
Chris
foul.
Manning, your community manager, joined by Scott Gallagher on the call
I
tonight.
got Dev.
And you can see the look of Team Throwdown's disappointment so far. So
I mean, they're down 11, 2 minutes to go.
Same
This
thing.
is exactly where Still Trill wants to be.
there's a live look in at
I got
Team Still Trill in the green, Team Throwdown in the blue. Team Throwdown looks a little dejected right now, Scott. They have to stay in this thing.
Yeah.
Mentally, you have to stay in this.
Their throwdown is he's just got to continue to take what they give him. I would spread them out and just pass the ball, move it around, see what you can get. There's easy baskets to be had.
And of course, Team Throwdown inbounding the ball in the black uniforms, Still Trill in the white.
Very active.
Pressuring the ball quite heavily, Scott.
That's what they've been known to do, Chris, all tournament. They're going to make Let's Ball up, beat them.
And a nice
Nice.
cut from the baseline by Kid Lit, and they get an easy 2. They need more of that. They need to go back inside where they saw some positive scoring in the first half.
If they want to open up Dev Goss, that's that high look, dumping it to a big at the free throw line, then back down underneath. That's something that's going to open the ball.
There's a big block by Throwdown.
Hey, 9 seconds.
And not bad hustle there,
Still
Chris.
Trill. 9 seconds on the shot clock
Wait,
here.
Moody.
Bye-bye.
So here comes Dimes, so dangerous with the ball.
You got me. Come on. Wow.
They're opted
Knock
not
him
to
down,
double.
Tox.
Still Trill absolutely dissecting this defense right now.
Still Trill come out at the half ready to go. Nice little play right there to end the clock.
54-42, Still Trill with a 12-point lead. Minute 25 remaining in the third quarter as Moody comes down and gets on the board for 54-44.
Looks similar to like what we saw last week, Chris. They're
Absolutely.
going to pick it up here.
No lead is safe, but Still Trill is making sure to make all the right adjustments and being patient with the ball as they're trying to high screen and roll. Back to Detoxies, back to Dimes. He's going to use that screen. A little dribbling up top.
Nice pick and roll. He's got
Nice pick and roll towards the
Good
basket. He
edge
loses the
right
ball,
there
but
by Kid
Dimes
Lit.
gets the rebound, kicks out. No good.
Don't want to leave him, Chris.
Throwdown grabs the rebound, and here we go. This is their chance to make a big score.
Skip his time. Moody's time.
Big shot Moody from the corner.
Big
That's what he's
shot,
known
Moody.
for.
He made that damn,
Dimes'
bro.
point of view, as we're wrapping up this third quarter with about 35 seconds left, 40 seconds left, rather. The Dimes goes up and hits a
little
circuit
finesse.
shot. 56-46, Still Trill.
Way to answer back for Still Trill. Still got that nice, comfortable 10-point lead.
So here is Dev Goss. Throwing it down inside. Lets ball up, goes up. They call a timeout. Maybe thinking they were going to get a 3-second call there.
Good work.
Let's go.
Good
Let's
work.
go. And we get ball. We
Timeout
get
at
ball.
31 seconds
Nothing
here.
right here.
Score and
That's
stop.
right here.
Score and stop. That's all you're thinking right now if you are throwdown.
And you can hear Dimes, the leader of the team, saying we're going to get ball, talking about clock management, how important that is late in these games.
Oh, we've seen teams exit because of bad clock management.
And Dev Goss not able to hit there off the screen.
Throwdown keeps it. 19 seconds, Chris.
19
Holding
seconds.
For the last shot.
Yes, absolutely. I was just about to say, of course, 24-second shot clock. They have 19 left. And they turn over the ball on the inbound.
Huge.
Still Trill is going to get the ball back. That's a huge turnover to end this third quarter, Scott.
Those turnovers, you cannot have those type of turnovers. On Dimes, I'm clearing it out. I'm setting it up right around the logo. They want to go side screen and roll here, Chris.
So here is Dimes.
Watch out for
7
Kenny.
seconds left. Kicks
Watch
it
out
back
for Kenny.
out.
Man, last time,
By
man.
Kenny, but a tip in, no good. And here comes throwdown. They have a chance to throw it up. Here's a half-court shot up, and oh, rims out. Right there, brick right off the front.
Great quarter. Great quarter for Still Trill. Right in. Again, now here we go. You're minutes away. Minutes away. If you throw down, I don't care what anybody says offensively. You got to put together stops.
But let's not forget, down 13 going into the fourth quarter. Team Throwdown in that championship game on the console side was down 13, and they came all the way back to come back and eventually win in overtime against the #1 ranked team in the world, top notch.
That was one of the more epic comebacks I think we've ever seen, Chris. Again, down 10 with 2:40 to go and playing defense. Then down 6 with 8 seconds to go. They've found ways to make this happen. They got to continue with it up into an all tournament, but most importantly, they got to put stops together. It can't just be one. Got to put multiple stops together. They got to change things up, Chris. I don't
This is it,
show,
bro.
Against Dimes and think you're going to come out on top.
All right, let's get this final quarter underway in 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get the fourth quarter on. It is a 10-point lead by Still Trill in the white uniforms. Team Throwdown trailing by 10 in the black uniforms.
Familiar territory for both teams. They're going to a switch. Dimes takes it. Oh, he's not.
Not able to get that, so Throwdown has the chance to scratch first here early in the fourth quarter. Let's see what they opt in to do. And he throws a bad pass to the corner. Had two guys standing there in that zone, Scott.
That's another turnover, Chris. That's 9 on the game. 9 TOs. You get double digits turnovers with this game in 5-minute quarters. That's tough. Really tough to win.
Of course, both teams a very tough road to get here tonight, live from New Orleans. 250,000 on the line.
Swizzard wants the check, Chris.
Swizzard with
wants
a
it.
big three, letting it fly. 59-46, Still Trill.
He was 4 of 4 versus the Island Gang. He has the ability to knock down shots. Clutch Gene right there in front of everybody at home.
And a nice play by Throwdown, getting down inside to let's ball up. Of course, their 6'10 slasher throwing down the two-hand jam right there.
Let's see what Throwdown does here. This is what they did to Top Notch. They're going to try to force that tempo here. I got to put 2 on the ball, Chris, if I'm Throwdown. Dimes is going to eat you for
Dimes
lunch.
is too fast.
Lunch!
Too good as he comes down the lane and throws it down with one hand.
Stop right here. I got left.
And Dimes can feel it. He can
People
taste
at home are
it
just-
a few minutes away. And here's a rebound from Still Trill, and they're running and gunning. Let's see what they opt in to do here.
Take wing, Kenny. Yeah, I'm
Here
going
comes
left.
Dimes. It looks like they're going to try to
I'm
throw
going left.
a double, but he gets caught up in that pick there.
Good patience.
Dimes still dribbling the ball.
Yo, you got me back on.
Dimes has that usage rate in the 40s.
Hey, detox. I got you. Good.
Dimes dumps it down to Detoxes, a block, and Still Trill ball.
One of those spots being in for Still Trill.
Watch me
A
cook.
few seconds left on the shot clock, however, so they're going to have to put up a shot. And they get it inside, another block by Throwdown, and another block. And there's a great defensive stop. They need to score, though, here, if they want to get back in this thing.
Let me get this.
Score and stop and score. Chris.
Threes.
Stop and score.
No threes.
And you can hear Dimes there saying, no threes, Scott, no threes. They want to prevent the other team from getting threes.
Good shot. Now get up and press.
61-50, Still Trill
Be
with
smart,
the
though.
ball.
Just contain the basketball.
And here
If you're
comes Dimes.
You've got to control the tempo here.
Absolutely. And Dimes is going to survey the floor and hits a
Great.
cutting Swazurk, who goes up and throws down a two-hand jam
cut.
again.
Chris, another cut from the weak side. They're looking at that roller to dive. Instead, they're sending the other wing, and it's been successful all night.
And of course, there's going to be holes in that zone defense, Scott, every time you play a zone, and they're finding it here tonight.
It's what we teach kids. Play a zone, Chris. It's actually, you have to work harder in a zone than you do in man.
So
Got to
here's Kid
fly
Lit.
around and be active.
Over to TD and Sandy, who pulls up from the elbow. Good. They trail by 11. Does Team Throwdown in the black uniforms. Of course, still trail with the lead, 63-52. 2:30 remaining in this game.
2:30 remaining. This is where you got to put 2 on the ball here.
Once
Play
again,
5 on 4, get the pace going. There's a
Dimes
turnover.
with a rare turnover, but here comes Throwdown, and this is where they're dangerous. And here comes Dev Goss and throws down a one-hand jam, and all of a sudden it's a 9-point game. And here's a look from Still Trill's Dimes, the most talked about player in this tournament. Pulls up a shot, and it's good.
Dimes has got 18 and 7 right now, Chris, so they've done a pretty good job thus far, but they can't let him get going here.
In this tournament, when the game was on the lines, Dimes has stepped up and hit every big shot, made every big pass, and made every big play.
I like what Still Trill's doing. They're going to make Kid Lit and then beat them. Stay home on the outside. Make those guys finish up oversized.
So once again, they trail by 9. Does Team Throwdown, 65-56.
Weak side
Here
is
comes
wide open.
Dive once again. And Dimes has been surveying the floor and really picking apart this defense, as you can see there, with those quick handles and that quick speed.
It really makes it tough, Chris. They're going man, and then that screen roll comes. They're switching.
And now here's 2 seconds, 1 second left on the shot clock. They get up a 3, and he hits it. Dime beats the shot clock, 58.
Dimes with the dagger, Chris. That might be it.
Get a stop, no threes.
So the most talked about player in this tournament is the one that is coming up big down the stretch. Dimes for Still Trill, who lead by 12.
Clutch.
R.I.P. in the
So
chat.
here is
y'all.
Sandy throwing it over.
Out of bounds.
Still Trill is continuing to pressure the ball.
Still Trill can smell it, Chris. They can smell it coming. I love the intensity. This is why you play. This is an outstanding environment right now.
Listen to the excitement from both teams.
Gotta love it. You hear the commotion, Chris. There's nothing better than this. If you're a GM of an esports team, you're looking at these 10 guys.
They could have did better,
Still
bro.
Trill excited. They're right there, just over a
Absolutely.
minute away.
Throwdown has nothing to hang their heads about, though, Scott. The road that they had to take to even get here
Unbelievable.
was an unbelievable road.
Oh, it wasn't just that. Again, beating number 17 in the world, followed by number 20.
Shoot!
Taking out the number 5 team in the defending champion.
They're gonna win, dog!
And number 1 in top notch.
And of course, both teams come down tonight. Let's take a look at the stats coming up here in this 4th quarter. What a game down the stretch, though. Dimes absolutely dominating.
Dimes has gotten in there at 21 and 7. Wanted to hold him. If I was throw down, my goal was to be holding under 20, keep under 5 assists. So he's got 21 and 7, 9 of 11. These guys are still shooting really high percentages. And then, of course, they've held Moody in check. So any type of dive or dribble penetration, Chris, they're really doing a good job at staying at home, managing the game, taking away the 3 ball.
And of course, we're going to get back into the action in the 4th quarter, Scott. But what adjustments does Team Throwdown have to make to try to make a late comeback here against Still Trill?
If your team throw down, you only got a minute to go. You are trapping and you're jumping the next pass, meaning you're going to put 2 on the basketball and you're having another player come in and take away that next one pass away.
Told y'all Still Trill
That's what you
gonna
got to
win.
do.
Y'all
We're
don't
just a
believe
few
me.
minutes away from continuing the action. Scott, how great has Dimes been in this championship game?
He's been
Hey, where's Hank, my nigga?
expected. And even
You should bet with putting this thing down, Hank, bro.
again, the only thing that you can really question
Spend a lot of money on
if
him.
you're a fan of Throwdown or your family members or whatever is how long they stayed in that 2-3. It might have been a little bit too long in my opinion.
And 4 out of the 5 players for Still Trill in double figures scoring. Scott, what's been a key factor to having everyone being involved here tonight?
When you talk about champions, you got to have those role players with a championship attitude. That's exactly what Timely Cook has been. He had the
Yeah, I heard that.
with Dev Goss, again, one of the best players in this tournament, has played him well, and he's only got 4 points. But you know what? I bet you he doesn't care. You know why? Because he wants to walk around with the check.
They're gonna
Chris.
break
You
something
gotta want
wide.
to walk around with the check. That's a winning mentality. We love those.
And while some of these teams are going to be walking away with some diamond checks, some of these fans are going to be walking away with some diamond, pink diamond Kevin Love codes right there on the screen.
Man, I'm about to save your stream, my nigga. This is funny as hell.
Of course, there's a shot of Team Throwdown trailing here in the fourth.
You
We're
can't
about
put
ready
it
to go,
up.
about 15 seconds remaining. So we're going to get back into this one.
If you're throwdown, again, trap. If you can find timely cook, again, lock down defender. Archetype doesn't
I'll
shoot it
delete my
incredibly
YouTube
well.
channel
Foul
right
him.
now.
See if you can get back in the game that way. Because if you don't,
Throwdown
Rap
win
City
this.
All
wins.
right, let's get back into the action. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are live from New Orleans, $250,000 on the line. Still Trill with a 68-56 lead on Throwdown. 1:15 remaining in this game.
And they got
And here comes Dimes up top. They're going to
Trap.
throw a double at
Take
him.
away the next pass, so he's going to have to throw a skip.
And he goes to the corner to Timely Cook, who misses the three there.
Oh.
But a big rebound.
Yeah, they're gonna lose time, my
If
nigga.
you are still Trill, just hold the clock. Just pass it. 4 corners, Chris. That means each corner is going to be covered here.
And there's a big steal that they needed. 52 seconds remaining.
Clock is there.
They get it in to let's ball up and 10-point game. If any team knows about coming back, it is Throwdown. So you can see Still Trill a little shaken there by the defensive adjustment. But
That's what's real, my nigga.
get an easy basket, putting the lead back up to 12, Scott.
Yep, Chris, this one looks like it's in the refrigerator. The door's closed, the lights are out, the eggs cool, the butter's getting hot, and the jello is jiggling. Looks like
Jello
Still
is
Trill is
jiggling
walking
indeed.
away with $250,000, Chris. Congratulations to them.
The
What?
timer wraps up. Still Trill.
Oh,
Deep
insult to
three-pointer.
injury with window.
There's a bank shot three, 73-58. 24 seconds remaining in this game, Scott.
Yep, that's it. Still Trill should hold it, and Chris, this one is a wrap.
And of course, you can see the look of disappointment on Team Throwdown, but 75-58, 4 seconds remaining. As Throwdown dribbles out this clock here. We have a champion here in New Orleans. Still Trill, still the best. They win $250,000 and a trip to the NBA All-Star festivities.
Congratulations, Still Trill.
You can see the good sportsmanship there by Team Throwdown.
The check for $250,000. Please welcome Ronnie.
Fuck you, Ronnie 2K. Fuck you, bitch.
Still Trill. Tuck it.
Look at this ugly ass mom, nigga. Quiet, bitch.
Of 6.
Quiet,
The
nigga.
total of 120 went over also.
My bad.
$250,000.
Maybe the only thing better than that
Look
big
at that
check
proud mom right there.
is Ronnie 2K suit.
She's
Scott.
crying.
Suits is a little suspect. If I give that a rating of about a 45.
And there's your look at the NBA 2K All-Star champions, Still Trill.
Thousands of teams. Chris.
Hell yeah. Video games. Balling. Getting money.
Let's go, man.
$250,000.
Let's go. It's
Spend that
us.
share the worst.
Nation.
My money's on this guy. He looks like he's a devious man. He's gonna be worse with it. This guy's gonna invest. But you know, congratulations, you guys. $250,000. It's outstanding, but you know, you can't just end it like this. You just won, but so please welcome NBA stars Aaron Gordon, Kyrie Irving, George, Kevin Durant, and CJ McCullough. Did I fuck this up? Oh. You gotta play against these guys now. Kevin Durant. One more game against real NBA players. All right. All right. One more game. Get back in there.
Whoa,
Right,
that's
so
Bucks ring, my nigga.
you may be champions, but you have some new challengers immediately. Kyrie Irving,
Kevin Durant's back?
CJ McCollum, Paul George, the NBA 2K17 cover athlete,
see
and
that.
Aaron Gordon, Scott OG.
This is awesome. This is awesome. What? If you're still Trill, I mean, you just won. You know, you're still going through your head. What's awesome about these NBA guys that are here is they're all good 2K players. They all play the game. So
Absolutely, and not only are they going to be taking on the world champion Still Trill, but you can see him setting up all these cards with their player images on it. Scott, they're going up against the real NBA players right now.
they just won 50 grand pretty much if they're splitting it that way. And then now they get to play the NBA Heroes. Can't ask that.
Yo, you done play the poem this
Still
year?
Trill, I mean, you just feel like you're probably
Now I know all 5 of these guys play NBA 2K a lot, but I have to ask Scott, they're
Yes,
going
sir,
up against
you're
the
joking.
world champions, Still Trill, 250K in their pockets. What do you got in this game?
Kevin Durant finally got a haircut.
We'll see. I mean, again, we talk about a guy like KD. He's the exception. He's not the rule. So if we let everybody, try to beat KD or PG and all them, everybody would try to create those guys. It would be very interesting to see how they go. And not only that, these guys are competitors too.
I love all 5 of these NBA players, but Dimes might kill every single one of them on the court with his
Gonna
play.
have somebody's ankles.
Absolutely, but there should be an interesting matchup and probably one we wouldn't think about talking about tonight. Dimes versus Kyrie Irving, Scott.
Oh, you're talking about the best ankle breaker in the virtual world against the best ankle breaker on the real hardwood. So this should be pretty fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can see right there those player cards. So you take a look at Kyrie Irving,